Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, your piano teacher. If you want to find out more about me, feel free to watch the introduction video of this channel. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video. Now today I want to explain how to play staccato. We are talking about page 7 on the easiest piano course of John Thompson, part 3. This is a very interesting subject. The staccato is one of the two main ways to play you will discover in Thompson Part 3. The first one is the legato, the smooth, and the second one is the staccato. What does it mean, staccato? Staccato means that you have to play detached. Obviously staccato is an Italian word, and in English indeed means detached. The way Thompson is suggesting you to play staccato is the wrist staccato. And what does it mean, the wrist staccato? It means that you will have to articulate the hand in this way. So, I want to also explain in theory what does it really mean playing detached. So, obviously you have realized that you will find from now on, when you have to play staccato, dots on top of the notes, so either above or below the notes. Not anymore the ones on the right side. The dots on the right side, you know, that are those that add value. These dots on top or below the notes will shorten the sound, so will reduce the amount of sound. The value of the note, it's always the same. The rhythm, let's say, is always the same. What you will do, you will simply reduce the amount of sound. What I like to always say, when you find a dot, a staccato sign on a crotchet, a one count, full count note, I always like to suggest to play on the, let's say, on, in this case, on 2, and to release the key, the note, on end. Because indeed, in theory, we might say that the staccato reduces the sound to half of its value. At advanced, very advanced level, you will discover that is not always true. But for now, it's more than enough saying that it will reduce to half the sound. Yeah, it will depend on the speed. I'm always unveiling something that usually I don't say to my students. But for now, I keep saying it's important that you know that the staccato will reduce the sound to half, okay? Will shorten the sound, not the value. That's why I'm saying if this one is a crotchet staccato, the sound will be, imagine, half, so quaver of sound, and half quaver of rest. I'm going to play for you now this exercise in wrist staccato. And 1 and 2 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 and I know that it sounds almost robotic. Is also a very mechanical way of playing, but is the first step towards what you will have to definitely be able to do. Now I want to play the same one slowly, in this way you can see even better what I really do. Because obviously at some point you might ask, Gianluca, okay, but how should I play, or should I consider the quaver staccato? In this case, I'm not asking you to do that much. Simply remember to play jumping. So think that you're simply bouncing. Remember that is to be shortened. If there is no staccato sign, you would play those quavers in this way. One end, one end. With the staccato, you are going to play one end. So you see that I'm releasing the key. Now simply feel that you are bouncing on the keyboard. I'm going to play now again slowly. 1 and 2 and 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 I keep saying that then at high speed it will sound more than enough in this way. Now let's talk immediately about let's go to the song, to Some Folks Do. This one is in G major key signature. You see that we have the F sharp in the beginning, is 2-4. This one is allegretto, is definitely slower than this one, the exercise in staccato that was allegro. Allegro is fast, we can say. Allegretto is slower than this, yeah? Still fast, but definitely slower than allegro. Now, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and... Obviously this one is much more complicated than the other one for some extra staccato that you have in the second last bar, but I'm going to play now again slowly and I will explain a few things regarding the second last and last bar. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 and. Now, to make it simple as usual, we can say that in this case, in the second last bar, if here you're always playing bouncing, yeah, so with a wrist staccato, in the second last bar, if you analyze carefully, you see that we have in the right hand, so all the notes are staccato, all the quavers are staccato. In the left hand, we have 2 crotchets staccato. To make it simple, I keep saying, you can play the G and D, the 2 left hand notes here, on the 1, and you release them on end of 1. So when you play the D, you release the left. Look in this way, 1 end. So 1 end. 1 end. It's very simple in this way. That's why I suggest you to consider that, for now, to always consider the staccato like a sign that will reduce, will shorten the sound to half, and will happen the same in the second half of the bar, where you will play, so on 2, the C of the right and the F sharp and D, 2 and, you see? 2 and, 2 and, okay? Again together, 1 and 2 and. This is the way you will study this second last bar, and the last bar will be simply 1 and 2 and. Again, 1 and 2 and. This is all you have to know about this wrist staccato. The staccato means that you have to shorten the sound, that you have to reduce the amount of sound. You don't change the value of the note. Shortening the amount of sound, you will have, if it's for example a crotchet staccato, half of the crotchet, 1 quaver of sound, and half, the second half of silence, like 1 and. In this action of releasing the key will help you reproducing, first of all in a very mechanical way, but then in a very good way, the staccato. I hope it's all clear. Watch again what I've explained regarding the second last and last bar, and will be all easy and clear. The second last bar of Some Folks Do and the second last bar of the exercise in wrist staccato features almost the same thing. Also in the second last bar of the exercise in wrist staccato you have all the notes staccato. Crotchet staccato and 2 quaver staccato. You will do exactly the same. I can even show you again how to play the second last bar of the exercise in wrist staccato. It's applying this method, it will be 1 and, you see, 1 and then 2 and, all together 1 and 2 and. But I think now it's more than enough. If there is any problem, feel free to comment, to ask me, to contact me, and I will be happy to explain even more. Thank you very much for today. All the best.